Today, since Polite recently took a school trip to Hershey Park, he's going to be ranking all 6 rides he went on. I can't wait to rank Great Bear.
That's the thing, Bart. That wasn't one of the rides I went on.
Wait, why?
Well, I was gonna do it, but we just ran out of time.
Why did you run out of time anyway?
Well, I feel like this is a perfect time to explain that. So when we got on the bus, my dad turned behind me and said, "We got a good bus driver." Couldn't tell if he was joking or not because the other bus made it there hours before we did. That was because the bus driver already took us a very, very long way just to get there. And then by the time we got to the park, an area where we could actually access the park, all you had to do was go straight and you could keep going into the park. Instead, this guy did a loop around the park, went all the way through Chocolate Town. Yes, I'm not kidding. He literally drove through Chocolate Town and then back around again to the front to back right where we were before. There's a little road right next to Storm Runner, and that's where we were driving at one point. It's like outside the park border, but it's right next to Storm Runner. That was around the area we were when we were just going around in a circle for no reason. Finally, after finding the parking spot, we got out of the bus and saw thousands and thousands of other school trips. Because for some reason, my teachers decided it would be a good idea to go on the same day that every other school on the face of the earth is going. And, well, that quickly got out of hand. Because usually it would not be this crowded on a Thursday in May. Because of how many school trips there were. Safe to say, we only got on 6 rides. The lines were terrible, and we had a timeline that we had to all meet again at 5:30. Which was weird because everyone was originally under the impression that we were meeting at 7. But then she just kind of threw it at us that we had to meet at 5:30. And from that point on, we had a deadline we needed to reach. Just to clarify, for once it didn't actually have much to do with the teachers, since they usually go on this trip with 8th grade every year. It's just that today happened to be a bad day to go, but we've had this plan since the beginning of the year. But all aside, time to rank some rides. At number 6 for the worst ride of the day, in my opinion, is Coal Cracker. This is the log flume here at Hershey Park. And no, I'm not talking about the tidal wave one. We didn't dare go on that one. Plus time constraints, as I said earlier. But Coal Cracker is more of a kiddie log flume located near the Great Bear and all that stuff. And it was really just to cool off for the day. So overall, Coal Cracker gets the 6th spot. Moving up to the 5th spot, Sky Rush. Sky Rush was one of the more underwhelming coasters, I feel like. It was definitely fun, but I feel like to some of the other coasters we have on this list, it takes the 5th spot. In spot 4, we have Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit was fun, but I feel like after all the good things I heard about it, it wasn't as good as I was expecting to be. Sure, it was really fun, but was it worth an hour wait? Not really. I would say it was fun, and it was one of the more fun rides at the park that we went on, but it just wasn't worth the wait that we had to go through for it. So that's why Fahrenheit takes the 4th spot. Next up, in my top 3rd spot, we're in the top 3 now, is Storm Runner. Storm Runner is the ride I went there for, and it's the ride that I absolutely loved. Storm Runner was so much fun, and unlike the past 2, it was definitely not underwhelming. But 15 minutes for it was kind of an insane wait. Storm Runner was so fun, and that's why it gets 3rd place. In 2nd place, we have Candemonium. Candemonium was one of the best rides I went on this entire day. It was genuinely amazing. The whole ride was just so thrilling, and it's absolutely insane. There's several camelback hills, and when you go around that fountain, it's absolutely amazing. Candemonium was another one of the rides we came here for, and, well, it definitely knocked it out of the park. Some might argue that Candemonium should be the number 1 spot, and I would maybe agree if it weren't for our number 1 spot, Wildcats Revenge. Wildcats Revenge is one of the best roller coasters I have ever been on. It was amazing. All of the inversions were so fun, and that first big drop, oh my god. Like Candemonium, Wildcats Revenge had insane airtime, and boy was this ride just a ton of fun. Now some might ask, was it worth the 1.5 hour wait? And I would say yes. Unlike Fahrenheit, this one was definitely worth the huge wait that we had to get on. It was so much fun, and that's why Wildcats Revenge takes our #1 spot as the best coaster I went on in Hershey Park. So, with that complete, that's the 3 Hershey Park Saga videos complete.
Can I say it?
Yeah, sure.
So, don't get seasick. Bye. The last time I tried to do that, I said don't get seasick.
You had a concussion.